Hi, and hello to the new people. So I will be making more punk rock videos. That seemed to bring some people, and they're fun to do. And I've also noticed people seem to enjoy music trivia and stuff. So when I sprinkle my knowledge around on those videos, it seems well received. So I'm gonna do a Riot Girl and a Gigi Allen video when I have time to actually sit and make fucking videos. But yeah, and I want to do one on Andy Warhol and just all the Andy Warhol people, just fucking all of that whole factory. Yeah, but anyway, that's all coming soon. And I half-assed my first punk video, and because it got like so much attention, like the other ones I actually want to do a good job on. So for now, I gotta kind of focus on. I make my money online as a content creator for OnlyFans and Cam Soda. Bio links and there I need to take my Instagram off there. I can't fucking keep an Instagram unbanned to save my life. Fuck, I lost my place. Here we go. And I do these videos explaining sex and paraphilia stuff. And I try to find as much info as time allows on particular fetishes and paraphilias and explain them to the best of my ability. And that's what I'm going to focus on for a little bit just because they help my business and I need to make the money. So, yeah, introductions are for assholes, and I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I wanted to get into fetishes for people with disabilities, and it's kind of all encompassing because there are like 80 different ones. And acrotomophilia is the creepy one. It's all about amputees, and it's about liking amputees. It's like the opposite of like the one that involves body and identity integrity disorder, which they don't always, but I mean obviously there's an overlap. And that would be I don't even know how to do this one. Apotemnophilia. And, well, did you see that girl who had her therapist pour drain cleaners in her eyes to blind her? I mean, that's straight up body identity integrity disorder, and that deserves its own video. But, this is another, I don't know if I'd call it rare, because, I mean, if you ask me, I would put fat fetishes in with this. So but there's obviously, not everybody is going like, "Hi guys, this is," like these people tend to be kind of like more ashamed than furries. So, there's very little research on why. But and the little research that they did, instead of finding out why, they apparently asked them weirder questions, and they got the following out of the participants. In a survey of acrotomophiles, leg amputations were preferred over arm amputations, amputations of a single limb over double amputations, and amputations that left a stump over amputations that left no stump, according to Per Solving 2007. Devotees adhere to standard conceptions of attractiveness in all other matters outside of amputations. So make of that what you will. I mean, like, why didn't they ask them to explain it? I don't know. Another prevailing theory that I've found are, their little stumpies are phallic. Sorry, amputees. But I mean, like that's like I got that straight off of everything on the internet. Like that's what they said. The phallic imagery is arousing to some people. It just is. And in BDSM, there's a few different ways. This doesn't have anything to do with the phallic imagery, but I mean, this is a multifaceted issue, as all issues are. And there's the aspect of nurturing and caring for someone. Like if someone is disabled, they rely on their partner being in control of a lot of things. And BDSM, it's just like anorexia, like I think that the why you find, I think that's why you find so many of us in the kink community. It's got a lot to do with being in control and having power. Fat fetishism is big on the disability of their partner and them relying on them for everything. And that's why I would put fat fetishes in with like people attracted to people with disabilities. A Freudian theory suggests imprinting. Being around disabled people as a child can evoke very strong emotions in a child, and that later becomes a paraphilia post latency. And I think that we're just going into my personal theories now, but I think sexuality isn't necessarily about sex. I think your sexuality is a massive mesh of like your life experiences and who you are as a person. And I think that you're supposed to be incredibly vulnerable with whoever your other sexual partner ends up being. And expressing this vulnerability is feeling safe and unjudged and sharing your mutual desires, however outlandish they may be. So, all of the weird, freaky sex stuff you see online, I mean, it is normal and it's abnormality. You know, everyone's weird and fucked up. And I think a lot of people are much more like this than they realize. I think when people don't know that stuff like this exists as a healthy-ish way to express these desires, I think when they surround these desires with shame, I think that's kind of what creates Munchausen's. And I think Munchausen's by proxy, I mean, like, that's my own theory. It makes sense to me. I think that I think that we would have a lot less fucked up people with Munchausen's if people were just like, um, if this wasn't like so shameful and fucked up for people to come to terms with. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I could be wrong. But people who enjoy the idea of being disabled, I mean, like, that's a whole fucking spectrum. Like, lots of people never really receive the attention or love that they always wished that they had unless they were very sick. It feels good to be cared for when you're sick. So some people take this to a farther and farther level until it's its own sickness in its own right. And interestingly, I read another report on people with this fetish. Actually trying to establish relationships with disabled people, and who, of course, would in turn be offended by this fetish, you know? So it's much more common for them to settle for people with body integrity identity disorder and wannabes who typically just play that they're disabled. Um, and I think taboo has a big role in sexuality. I think that it always plays a factor in intriguing everybody with disabilities. You know, it's just one of those social topics that are strange and even scary. So that just makes it even more intriguing to people. And some people simply they grow up and envious of people with disabilities around them and the care and love that they received. You know, the human mind is extraordinarily complex, and it can be any one of those examples. It could be somebody with an inferiority complex, and they see like they're less intimidated by a disabled person than you know. And people, you know, they have fetishes for this. It goes everywhere. They have fetishes for casts, leg braces, developmentally disabled people, people who need sexual assistance is a big one. And I tried to find like quadriplegic nugget porn, and I could not. And I also think that yeah, sometimes it just like creates a scenario in pornography that could also do something to somebody's brain, you know? So, you know, no, I don't know. I have a lot of personal experience with people who are, I don't know if this is the same, but I have people who are hot for eating disorders. It's a thing. I get it a lot. You know, I have this channel, whatever. I get a lot of DMs about it. I don't know if it necessarily fits in with Munchausen's, but I mean, it kind of seems at least in the same ballpark, you know? Like, but with anorexic fetishes, they're really into, like, they just like somebody's depressed. They like that somebody is vulnerable. They like that they're weak, and they like that they have low self-esteem, and they like their capacity to self-harm. And other times they like to control what you eat. Uh, and other times with the bulimic ones, I mean, I think that one's definitely a different thing, because, like, I can't tell you how many fucking requests I get for throwing up. Like, it's not uncommon in real life. In real life, I have met guys really into having their cocks puked on. Like, guys will get excited and they'll want you to puke on their dick, and I think that is a different thing, and I think that has a lot to do more with, like, they want to fantasize that you are, like, so into it that you gagged yourself until you puked. Fucking. Anyway, uh, but the final question I have for this video is it okay to want to hack off somebody's limbs to come? Uh, nah, I don't know. I mean, if it's your own, I don't know. I mean, I can see an argument being made either way whenever it comes to two consenting adults, right? But fundamentally, everyone does deserve autonomy over their own bodies. It just suggests a lot of issues, you know? It just, that may benefit from addressing. Like, can you be a healthy, happy, secure person while maintaining this obsession? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what is a healthy, happy person in the first place? I don't know. Okay, bye.